Hey, thanks for watching. So I wanted to tell a story real quick. So on the 6th of January, I was trading and I was getting pretty close to passing my eval with Apex. And I was up about, I think it was about $2,500 that day. And I just felt like it was the day that I was going to pass the account. And, in Apex, if you're familiar, you have to write out your trading strategy. And that morning, I wrote it all out just in faith, like this is the day. And I'd taken a few trades and I had couple, a couple wins, a few small losses as well, and then a few more losses. And, I was ended up being down around 9:30ish. I was down about 310. Um, and it was just after 10 o'clock and I was like, Lord, I really felt like this was the day. And I had all green days since I gotten this account. I think I got it on the 22nd. So for the last, I don't know, week and a half, whatever it was, 8, 9 days, or I think it was 9 trading days, I had all green days. So it was pretty exciting. And this would have been my first red day. And I'm like, okay, like, Lord, would you help me with this? Um, would you just show me something? So I felt like he said to go to the 5 minute chart. So I went to the 5 minute and, from there, let's see, what day did it bring us to? When you switch charts, it moves things kind of funny. Let's go back. I'm going to scroll back over to the left here because it does funny things. Okay, there we go. So we're on the 5, and he said, go over to the 5 and look to the left. So first I'm over here and I look directly to the left and I see this high, and I felt like the Lord said, go ahead and mark this out. So I um, marked out this last bullish candle here with a nice bright red line. Okay. And then watch, I'm going to go to the 1 minute and funny things are going to happen. Where are you going to take me? Let's go back to the 6th. I know I'll find you because I made a green line here. There you go. There you are. So at this point, I'm saying, okay, um, you know what? And just to show you this order, I'm just going to log into paper trading here just so that I can put an order on the board to show you what it was like. And I felt like the Lord said to go ahead and put an order on the board. And at that time, I think I had 5 contracts that I had traded previously in the day. And I felt like he said, put it like a handle below, um, that red line. And I had my stop loss. Let's see, it was a sell. The stop loss was at about $55, right? Okay. And I had a take profit right around there. And I'm thinking, okay, that's the move. And this is what I was looking for. And we were at about, let's see, 10:09-ish. And I started to see this candle push down. It makes a fair value gap. And I'm thinking, you know what, maybe it's not going to make it up all the way to this line here. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and get in, right? So I get in here, of course, with the stop right above this high, and I get wicked out here and I'm down another $100. I'm down 410 on the day. And at that point, I'm like, okay, Lord, I did actually feel like you showed me something. You showed me to put this red line here and put my sell order. And I felt like you said to change this to 10 contracts, 10 micros. So I change it to 10. I'm like, all right, that's $110 risk. It's a very small stop right above that red line. And felt like he just said go for it. And here we are. I needed about 700 to pass my eval that day. So I put my take profit at about 700 there. And I went ahead and I clicked the sell, and we actually came back up and pretty forcefully and spiked me in, right? Tapped me in, and it came up just a little bit, just, missed my stop loss. And even with this candle here, with this, with this rejection wick, I was like, is it going to go back down? And at that point, I'm like, I just got to trust the Lord that he showed me something. And it starts going down, and it's chugging. There's nothing forceful about this going down, and it's just chugging, 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 right? And sometimes these candles, you wait for 10 candles and it feels like 10 hours you're watching these things. And anyhow, I got into profit a little bit, and I'm like, oh, should I bring my stop down? Because sometimes that'll just wick you out, and you'll end up not making anything because your stop, you know, you got wicked out on your stop loss, right? So um, I brought it right to like break even. And I felt like the Lord said, it's not going to hit it anyway, so that's okay. And this whole time, in just these matter of minutes, it was so hard to not just take it off the table, right? When you're up two, three, 400, and if when you were down 410, and all of a sudden you're up 410, you feel like, should I just take it off now before I have another loss and end up in the hole and another $110, right? And I felt like the Lord said, I told you to take it, so trust me. So I just waited, and it ended up hitting my take profit here. And of course, it keeps on going down and down. But this is all I needed to pass that account. And I thought that was just an awesome way to pass an account, to ask the Lord to show me something and invite Him into a trade. Whereas so many times I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm using my thought process and analytics, and that is important. That is very important. You can't just not know anything and just ask the Lord and expect that He's going to bless you with it. I mean, He can. But in this case, you know, it was Him that clearly showed me something, and I'm truly grateful. And it showed me that, that I can hear His voice, and He is there and with me, and He's going to help me through this process. So just want to encourage you, if you're trading, you feel like you're stuck, ask the Lord to help. And He can speak to you. So anyway, thank you. Wanted to share that story with you. Hope that it was encouraging, and blessings on your day, week, and your trading. Thanks.